Hey ladies, this is Love from Hanging Out with Love. I am plain Janing it today in my hashtag Hanging Out with Love t-shirt. I am actually prepping to go to the gym. As you all know, I am on a track to losing about 30 pounds. That is like my target goal. But I've been doing this thing called Burn Boot Camp for about the past 3 weeks, I would say. And you guys know I literally was on the verge of tears when I started because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going back to fitness. And I will say I've been through a ton of things this year. And I wanted to give you all an update on my school situation as well as my claim that I have with the Department of Education. So the supervisor I had was found guilty of retaliation, and I am currently waiting on that process to continue. They told me that it would be about 30 days for the other processes to be finalized as a result of the Title IX investigation. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I know it took so long, but I will definitely say like my mental health when that situation happened was on a fast decline because I put so much passion and energy into everything that I do. And just for me to be weeks away from having a master's degree and literally have it snatched away from me was absolutely devastating. Not to mention all of the time and energy that I put into putting myself there and getting myself mentally prepared for the changes that were to come afterwards. But I will say everything happens for a reason. Because if that situation did not happen to me, I never would have relocated to another city because I would have been working in that city. I never would have been going as hard as I am on this platform, just talking about dating and how dating the wrong person can put you in some very compromising situations. And also, it brought me closer to you all, I feel like, because I give you stories about, relationships, things that I've been through, my relationship with my dad, my uncle, and my grandfather, and just all of the men in my life. But I never really shared anything about my personal life regarding like my education or anything that I was interested in career wise. Now, why is this important? This is important because yesterday I decided to go on the Kevin Samuel show, which was so fun. And he brought up a few things that I was already aware of, but he also brought up some things that I wasn't even thinking about, like nowhere close to when it came to dating and relationships. And it's not that I never considered it, but I just sometimes your focuses change. You may have a focus on something one season and then the next season is like, okay, now I need to worry about this. So I'll go ahead and go into some of the things that he mentioned. So first of all, you know that I am not by any means a man hater. I advocate for men. I advocate for women to be with men. And I advocate for when you have that man, ways that you can be harmonious, that you can have conversations with him, that you're respectful, and that you're also getting that same respect in return, right? So this was not out of the ordinary, but he basically said that the situation that I put myself in, if I had a man, then it probably would not have happened, and that we as women are basically not meant to be in certain situations by ourselves. So that right there, I cannot argue with. And I definitely feel like men are there to help balance us out because we really lack a lot of that logical side. Yes, we're able to think critically, but on the other side of that, there are things that men are just stronger in than us. And most of that comes with their skills in leadership and decision making. So that was really interesting. The next thing, this was the thing that really shocked me. He was talking about my student loan debt. Now, the reason why this was a shocker is because in school, they teach us like everyone has student loan debt, like this is normal. And although I was pursuing a secondary degree, $100,000 is a lot of money. So I wanted to share some things with you ladies that you can do to prevent having to take out so many loans. I will say with my graduate degree, it was less about me having loans related to the education directly, and more so about like my room and board, and making sure that I was able to sustain myself while also doing my 16 credit hours and then having my hours of field placement. So first year was 16 hours a week, and then the following semester was 24 hours a week. So I had a lot going on. I also had a graduate assistantship. So I did well for myself when I was in school as far as being able to save up some money, which I tell you all the time, about building your emergency fund. And that emergency fund, I promise you, the emergency fund that I built up in 2018 and 2019 kept me from being homeless in 2020. Because when everything started to hit the fan, the only thing I had to fall back on was my skincare line and my consultations and then my emergency fund. If I never put any money away, like, I don't know where I would be. So I mentioned on Instagram today that I was going to do a segment on financial literacy. The people that I listened to, Dave Ramsey was one of the courses that I took. And also, I'm working currently for a financial services agency that actually helped me create a plan so that I could save up a certain amount of money, be able to relocate, and not stress about bills. So that is where I am. And if I did not take heed to that advice a couple years ago, I would not be here before you guys with my brand new light and my brand new computer and this iPhone 11 Max that I did not have to pay for. All right. So yes, he mentioned the student loan debt. The next thing, he said that I needed to lose weight. Now, this is something that we definitely already know. You guys know that during quarantine, I did not go to the gym at all. I promise you, I tried the group fitness, like the virtual fitness thing. It was just way too boring. So I probably went without going to the gym for about 5 months, which was very detrimental, not only to my body, but also to my mental health. And I think that even in school, me working out was such a great stress reliever. And because I was no longer in school, it was like I sort of had no incentive to go. And I also used to work out on campus. Not making excuses, just letting you know, like, this is what I did and this is what you should not do, because not working out has some really detrimental effects on you. And so other than that, I mean, if you guys watch the video, which I will, whenever he posts it, I'll put the link in the description box so that you can watch it. So a few things that he mentioned, he was saying that my income versus what I was paying out, like for my rent and stuff, did not add up, and it doesn't. Why? Because I have some side hustles. So you guys know I have a skincare line. I do consultations. I'll also have like some ebooks on femininity and things of that nature. So I have things to supplement my income that if you look on paper from my check stubs, my lifestyle, it does not match that. So I did not elaborate that with him. I didn't feel like it was necessary. And you guys know I don't argue with men, so I didn't feel like that was something that I needed to reveal. I just wanted to hear, what he had to say overall. And I'm glad I did. So that's one thing that you'll see. Another thing, he mentioned, like, he asked me if I had a car. I thought that was kind of weird, but I definitely have a car, you guys. I drive a 2015 Jeep Patriot, and I absolutely love my car. I really want to be done paying for it this year, but the way things are looking, it may end up being next year, which it's scheduled to be paid off by then anyway. So I'm not worried about that. What else did he say? He mentioned something about like my family allowing me to get in debt. So believe it or not, you guys, when I started with this financial services company, it's actually something that my mom told me her and my father did together. The same company her and my father did together years ago, which was huge. And so basically my mom wanted to do like life insurance and my dad was going to do real estate, but my mother passed her exam and my dad did not, and he like gave up and didn't want to do it anymore. So he let the insurance policies go. and they just didn't stay on that track towards like the mutual funds, the CDs, things of that nature. So me and my mom are actually on a team together now, which is awesome. She wanted to sign up under me, and her number, like the number that she used before, was actually reinstated. So that's a major goal for me right now and my family, is to make sure that we are financially stable. We all do have life insurance, everyone's fully insured, and we're making some strides. And this is something that's huge, especially in the Black community. I know a lot of people aren't taught about financial wellness. There are people who look at me like, how are you alive? And it's because I know how to cook, I know how to save my money, and I know how to make money. So although I'm not exactly where I want to be, I'm definitely making strides to get there. So I say all this to say, please take care of yourselves. Don't let things fall by the wayside. Don't be afraid to get feedback from people. As you can see, I was literally on a live show. People are watching. There were thousands of people watching the show, and I felt comfortable enough to be transparent and let him know what my situation was and be able to hear that feedback. And that's what I want to encourage you all to do. You know that I'm one of the least judgmental people on the planet. I love you dearly, but I'm definitely going to tell you how it is. If you know that you're putting yourself in a bad situation, I'm going to let you know. And I wanted this to serve as a reminder that I am human too. I'm not perfect either. Although I have had, men in the past who pay my bills, take good care of me, they were by no means high value men. And if a high value man is what you want, you have to do what it takes to be able to secure that. Otherwise, if you just want an average life and you feel like you don't mind working, or even if you don't work, even if he is paying all of the bills, if you don't want a lavish lifestyle per se, that's perfectly fine as well. So one of the things that I really like, though, that was really strange, is that every single thing he mentioned in the video are things that I've been talking to you all about, because literally as I'm learning and growing, I'm sharing my journey with you. So that was wonderful. I had a good time. I went back, so I wasn't watching the comments like while we were talking, but I went back and looked, and there were men like, oh, she's so cute. And then there were some other guys like, oh, she's a 5. One lady was like, yeah, she needs to just get her master's degree. It's fine. That's another thing. So I never told him that I was getting a master's. I just said I wanted to use my degree. Which of course I don't have my master's yet as a result of that legal situation that I'm going through now, but I'm not worried about it. I'll have my master's soon enough. But yeah, that's why my debt is so significant. It's a second degree that I'm obtaining. But yeah, again, I did not want to explain all that up there, because I've literally seen people try to explain themselves, and he like just picks all the skin off of the bone, and I'm not about that life. I'm good, sir. Just tell me what you have to say and I'll move on. I know me, and that's all that matters. Parched. Anyway, I'm about to get this video posted. I'm headed to the gym once again. I do go every single day, and I feel like this new regimen of mine, I really want to start going like at 6 a.m., but I probably won't start doing that until I start back work, like maybe next week. So I'm good on that. So today I'm going at 5:30. Yesterday I went at 6 a.m. because it was mandatory. I think they had like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and 9 a.m. But yeah, I think working out in the morning is cool, but you have to have something to do afterwards, because I don't know about you guys, but like I hit it hard in the gym. It's 45 minutes of hit, and I can't stay awake after that. Literally, I come home, take my shoes off at the door, wash my hands, get my breakfast prepped, take off my wet clothes. I'll probably put on a robe, have my breakfast, go upstairs, take a shower. I fall asleep, and then I'm asleep for hours. And it's just like, oh my gosh. So that's why most of the time when you see me being productive, I'm posting videos at like midnight, 10:30 p.m., whatever, because I'm just tired through the day, and I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I feel like the reason why I'm working out is so I can be more productive and also so I can lose weight. So I don't want to take away from that progress. But I love you guys. Please know that I am still having consultations. A lot of you have been booking in the evening times. I did open up some evenings on the weekdays. You guys have done a great job at following the instructions, but just be reminded, once you pay your money, you do receive the link in your email to a link to my calendar. When you receive that calendar link, book with me. Like, as soon as you can, book with me so that my schedule is not packed to the point that I can't meet with you until the following week. And all of my links will be in the description box as well. And then again, I'll post the link to his video so that you all can watch me get grilled. Y'all want to see that, don't you? I bet. It's fun. I love you too. Also, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button and that you're also following me on Facebook and Instagram at Hanging Out with Love. And I will see you ladies in my next video. Bye.